comments, because when I first started doing my brows, I would practice what the girls were saying on YouTube, and I'm like, my brows don't look like that. Like, I copied exactly what you said, and it don't look like that. Hey y'all, I'm here to talk about how I do my eyebrows. I'm in the middle of doing my makeup, so I know I look a little, interesting, but I decided to record myself doing my brows. So the things that you'll need in order to do your eyebrows is a concealer that is at least 1 to 2 shades brighter than your skin tone. You'll need a brush to brush the brow pomade onto your eyebrow. And if you want, if you want to use a brow pencil, you can also use a brown pencil too. But I use both. I use the pomade and I also use the brow pencil. I'm over here looking for my brow pencil. Like, where is it? I want to get this recording over with. Where's the brow pencil? Hold on. Okay, so I found the brow pencil. So this is the brow pencil that I use. It's by Morphe. And let me show you what it looked like. This is what it looks like, okay? And it has the spoolie at the other side. And I use this brush to put on my brow pomade. See the brow pomade that I'm using right now, y'all? It's by Morphe. It is called Chocolate Mousse. Bam! Wait, you can't. Ooh. So let me show you what color it is. It's good for your brows. And I really do like this product, so that's what it looked like, okay? All right, so for concealer, I use the Makeup Revolution concealer in C12.5, and this is what it looks like. Now let me open it and show you what it looks like. This is the concealer. This is 1 to 2 shades lighter than my skin tone, and I love the consistency of this product, and it's not expensive. It's pretty affordable. I believe this was like $6.50 or $7. So I do love this, okay? I do. So this is the concealer that I use, and the brush that I use to apply this concealer is a brush that I purchased from Amazon. I also purchased this brush from Amazon, and it came in that set. I just had the brush here, and it just disappeared. Why is all my stuff disappearing when I'm talking about it? Oh, I found it. So this is not it. Okay, I'm gonna just have to come back because I don't see it. All right, so I found the brush. This is what the brush looks like, and I got this brush off of Amazon, and this is like the brand on Amazon of it. I don't know, MSQ. But this is the brush, and this is the brush that I use to like clean up, put the concealer there. So now we are going to get started on doing our brows, okay? So I'll be back to show you exactly how. Also, when it comes to your brow is supposed to begin like where your nose begins, which is like right here. You see this line here? It starts here. Your arch should be in an angle from the middle of the pupil of your eye. So at an angle. So this is where your arch goes. And then the tail of your brow should be at an angle from the outer corner of your eye. So it should be like this, okay? So it's 1, 2, 3. And then that will determine how you shape your brow when you're filling it in and when you're carving it out with your brow pencil. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is brush my brows down and trim them if needed. But I did that already, so I don't have to trim them. Then I brush them up, and then I'll trim them if needed, but I did that as well. Then I brushed them down. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I brushed them down, and then I just take my Morphe pencil and trace. Right up under there like that, okay? And then after that, I brush them up, and then I begin to trace around it as well. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, brush them down, and then begin to trace. Then I'm going to brush it up And then begin to trace as well. Now, if you need to trim them, trim them. I'm just following my natural brow line. My natural brow shape, that's all I was doing. And doing small strokes. And then there you go. That's what you may get. Okay, so after that, I brush my brows back into place, and then I start to fill in my brows with my brow pomade. So I'm just brushing them back into place. My brow pomade is on my hand. Okay, so my brow pomade is right here, and I just tap my brush into here. And then I just begin to like place it on my brow. But I start at the end of my brow when I do that. And I just fill it in. So you're just filling in the line that you already created. Try not to start in the front. You don't want to put product in the front. Then after that, you do the other side. So now I'm going to start at the end. I'm just going to tap the product on here and just place it starting at the end of my brow, because you don't want to put it in the front and you have this blocky situation going on. And your eyebrows are supposed to fade from like light to dark, so that's why we start at the end. Your natural brow fades into light to dark. So you see how I just fill that in, little tap, tap, tap. Okay, so I'm not going to get close to here. I'm going to use my spoolie once I get to the front to blend that out. So this is my spoolie here. And once I'm at the front, I blend it like this. So some of that product gets on my spoolie and it'll go in the front, but nice and evenly. All right, so after all of that, I make sure everything is situated before I apply my concealer. Okay, the concealer is really gonna clean everything up. Things look a mess, out of place right now, but that concealer is going to sharpen all this situation up, okay? So that's what I look like. So now I'm going to get my concealer. All right, so now I have my concealer. I'm going to place it on the back of my hand. What? Is there something there? There I go. So I place my concealer on the back of my hand. And then I dip my brush into the concealer. So I just take like this much. And then I begin to put it under my brow. Now you can start in the front of your brow. You can start at the arch of your brow. Okay, but just clean up that brow. All right, that's how I clean up the brow, okay? Also, when it comes to your brow is supposed to begin like where your nose begins, which is like right here. You see this line here? It starts here. Your arch should be in an angle from the middle of the pupil of your eye, so at an angle. So this is where your arch goes. And then the tail of your brow should be at an angle from the outer corner of your eye. So it should be like this, okay? So it's 1, 2, 3. And then that will determine how you shape your brow when you're filling it in and when you're carving it out with your brow pencil. All right, so after that, I like to take my brush by Real Techniques. I should have brought this up earlier, forgot, sorry. And I like to blend my eyebrow concealer out. The concealer that I put right under my eyebrow, I like how there's an angle to this brush, so I can just comfortably clean up the under. I can comfortably clean up under my eye. And do you see how that just blends in with my skin? And this is like a shade lighter, just like the concealer that's under my eye. And now it looks so like it's my skin. This is clean and this is not clean. Clean, not clean. So now I'm going to clean the other side, and then I'm going to start on my eyeshadow. So I began to clean the other side, and guess what? It didn't record itself. So I'm just going to tap back in and act like this is not there. But I started here in the middle where the arch is, and I just went down. And, oh, this concealer kind of dried up a little bit. But you want to just make sure you start and you just slide your brush down the way you believe your eyebrow should be shaped. And I just slid it this way. Okay, and then just bring the rest of the product on down because we're going to blend it out. And this candle that I lit in my room by Jackie Aina smells so good. I'm in such a good mood right now. It's called Champagne Wasted, and I'm about to upload the tutorial for it because it just smells so good. And I think this candle is like $35, $40, but I'm about to buy it. This is like the the sample size candle, which you can see lit right there. It smells. All right, so now that I did that, I'm going to clean up under here. And when you clean up under here, you just kind of pat the brush. You want to pat the concealer into your skin. You don't want to swipe or anything. Don't do that. Don't do that. You want to pat, pat, pat. Patting is your best friend when it comes to makeup and skincare. Everything is pat, pat, pat. Right? So now it's patted into your skin nice and evenly. Now, if you would like to avoid those box brows, make sure you comb here. And if the makeup goes a little bit too off, how do I explain it? If your makeup, you see how it was like black right there and it looks like it doesn't belong there? I could just take my concealer brush that I just used under here and just pat to clean it up, to make it a little bit more even, and to avoid those box brows that people be walking around with in 2021. So basically, this is what your brows will look like if you follow a little bit of what I told you today. If you need any assistance on how to do your brows, let me know in the comments, because when I first started doing my brows, I would practice what the girls were saying on YouTube, and I'm like, my brows don't look like that. Like, I copied exactly what you said, and it don't look like that. So if that happens to you, let me know, and I will coach you into achieving the goal of having brows like this. Okay, because there's some things that you may be doing to your brows as a beginner that you shouldn't be doing. But if you follow these instructions and pay attention and really like take your time, you should be able to get your brows to look like this. Okay, and don't forget the 1, the 2, and the 3, because that is major. Okay, and don't forget that spoolie. Without that spoolie, you're gonna be looking crazy. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. It might be about foundation, but like I was saying, the next video may be the next video may be about foundation. It may be about concealer. It may be about skincare. It may be about me going to my birthday trip, because my birthday is coming up in April. Now I'm just being extra. But the next video may be about something fun. But if you need any assistance, let me know, because the struggle is real. It's real. And I'm really happy that you watched my little tutorial or whatever. And I hope you gained some knowledge, okay? And have a great day. Know that you're important no matter what nobody say. Let somebody say something. And these are my brows. All right, I'm back. I just want to say this Jackie Aina Champagne Wasted candle is the best thing that ever happened. Like, I'm in such a good spirit, in such a good mood. Like, I don't need to be around nobody but this candle. You see that candle? It smells amazing. It's lighting up this whole freaking room. But I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next channel. My next channel? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I won't see you. Bye.